Today I want to expose some fears that you might have around this new APE share issue, and I want to talk about why this dilution is actually good for the squeeze. So stay tuned and let's make some money. But before I dive in with the key information, I want to quickly let you all know where I currently stand with AMC. Today we saw one of the largest AMC creators deciding he wants to stop posting AMC videos. Over the next few days we may see more creators deciding to stop posting about AMC. Now I personally absolutely love AMC and I'm not going anywhere. I absolutely love making AMC videos, I absolutely love holding the stock, I love seeing what Adam Aaron has up his sleeve, and most importantly, I absolutely love the AMC community. Now don't get me wrong, sometimes I do get some nasty comments. Sometimes it's brand new accounts, paid shills or bots posting absolute rubbish. Sometimes it's genuine people correcting a genuine mistake that I've made, and I absolutely love being corrected. I personally pride myself on trying to post the most factual information, and therefore correcting me if I do make a mistake is absolutely necessary. But I never let these nasty comments get to me. I have full faith in Adam Aaron, I have full faith in the AMC squeeze, and I absolutely love making these AMC videos just for you guys. But now I want to dive straight in with the key information, and I want to talk about this equity distribution agreement for 425 million new APE shares, and I want to talk about why it's good for the overall squeeze. Now, firstly, this documentation says the company proposes to issue and sell through to the manager up to 425 million APE shares from time to time during the term of this agreement. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean they're selling 425 million shares today. It means they're planning to sell 425 million shares in the future or at various different points in the future. But even if they were selling 425 million shares today, I don't think that's bad for AMC, and I do think this dilution is good for the squeeze. Now, a few days ago, Unusual Ape tweeted saying if Adam Aaron decided to issue 300 million new APE shares, it could actually cause the squeeze. Now, he said if all of these new shares were issued, it could manually trigger these algorithms to start panic buying all of these new shares automatically, ripping the price of APE upwards. If all of a sudden APE isn't 100% utilised and there's all of a sudden 400 million new shares to buy, these algorithms are going to think that retail investors have just sold 400 million shares, and they're going to go around scooping up every single one of those shares. Obviously, these algorithms buying 400 million shares is going to push the price of APE upwards, and at that point, shorts are going to be like, screw this, I'm tapping out. Now, obviously, if these shorts decide to close out of their short positions, it will start the violent rip, sort of like the run to $72 for AMC, but APE ripping will also drag AMC alongside. So effectively issuing 400 million new shares is a way to confuse and fool these algorithms into think that AMC retail investors are selling and all of these shares are available, and these algorithms will buy up every last one of them. And on top of that, Spence tweeted saying naked shorting dilutes a security's outstanding shares without being seen, because obviously all of these new shares are being created and that causes the share price to drop. But when a company issues new shares or starts selling new shares into the market, that effectively creates the naked short selling's invisible dilution with raw buying pressure. Obviously, these naked shorts have been created. All of these additional phantom shares have actually been created, diluting the stock and pushing the price down. But when shares are actually issued by the company, it effectively balances it out. These algorithms effectively go on a rampage, buying up all of these newly created legit shares to close out of their synthetically created shares. That way they've still got their same short positions, but they're just not synthetic shorts, they're actually legit shorts now. But obviously to do that and to cause that, these algorithms buy all of these legit shares to close out of those synthetics, which is raw buying pressure. So whereas that naked shorting is pure selling pressure as new shares are created to invisibly dilute the stock, the actual issuing of new, real, legit shares is raw buying pressure. Guys, I've also realised that Moomoo is one of the only trading platforms that doesn't have deep ties and deep connections to Citadel. Moomoo isn't owned by Citadel, they're not majority owned by BlackRock, they don't accept payment for order flow or route through Apex brokers, therefore they're not at the mercy of Citadel, they don't have ex-Citadel or ex-big bank employees sat on their board, and most importantly, they don't have ties with the mainstream media. Moomoo is literally one of the only trading platforms that is completely separate from this corrupt financial system. And right now you can currently get 15 free shares on Moomoo worth up to a whopping total of $30,000. All you have to do is sign up to Moomoo using the link in the description below. And on top of that, as Bigham's tweeted, he said once the APE shares get sold into the market, the #1 buyer will not be apes, but brokers trying to get their books straight. This way these brokers and these trading platforms can actually start sending real shares to custodials, and international apes will be able to buy again. And that way, when Adam Aaron releases these new ape shares into the market, both the short sellers and the trading platforms and the brokers will effectively be climbing over each other to buy up these shares. These market makers and shorts want to replace their synthetic shares and their synthetic shorts with legit shares and legit shorts. But on top of that, brokers and market makers want to actually buy real shares in order to distribute. So effectively you have the shorts and the market makers, the trading platforms and the brokers all fighting over these new ape shares, on top of the retail investors, in addition to that, all trying to buy as many shares as they possibly can. Now 5 different parties all trying to buy this fairly small finite amount of ape shares obviously pushes the price upwards, dragging AMC alongside. Now at the same time, AMC raises billions and billions of dollars depending on when they want to sell those shares, paying off their debt, and we make money as well when AMC and ape squeeze. As Mully tweeted, yes, AMC does have $5 billion worth of debt, and at the current ape price he's only going to make $1.4 billion, but obviously if he decides to issue these 425 million shares in a fairly drip-fed rate, he could issue tons of shares during the ape squeeze. Adam Aaron could end up netting $5 billion if not $10 billion for AMC, paying off all of the debt and leaving a massive cash reserve. Now you may say, Tom, those algorithms getting confused, these market makers, these brokers, these trading platforms and these shorts all scrambling over each other sounds like a good theory, but has it actually happened before? Well, as Jan-Jack tweeted back in November and December of 2020, AMC authorised 20 million shares and 200 million shares separately. By January 2021, AMC ran up. And again in April and May of 2021, AMC authorised and issued an additional 43 million shares, and the June run-up quickly followed. Therefore, in the past, when Adam Aaron has issued new shares, it has pushed the price up to new all-time highs. But don't forget, Adam Aaron is only issuing ape shares, he's not issuing AMC shares. As Bigham's tweeted, he said, everyone's saying that Adam Aaron is selling shares to the banks to cover their AMC short positions super cheap. He said, you can't use APE to cover AMC shorts. He said, you need to make sure you read the prospectus for APE in the first place. We have to propose the conversion from APE to AMC, and therefore right now AMC isn't being diluted at all. Unless apes want this conversion, we won't even propose it and we won't even pass the vote. Don't forget, over 500 million shares are currently held by retail investors, and even if all 400 million shares sold end up going to these shorts, they still couldn't pass a vote to convert APE into AMC. So effectively, Adam Aaron has done the job of trapping shorts even more, as he's now selling shares directly to the shorts, but he's not selling AMC shares, he's only selling APE shares. And as Stephen Cooper tweeted, he said, Adam Aaron, your team is genius. Number 1 is to force the squeeze with APE by confusing these algorithms. Number 2, he can prepare a new offering or sell some of the additional 425 million shares at the very tippy top of the squeeze. And that way he can pay off all of the AMC debt in one foul swoop. Overall, I do think this ape share issue is a brilliant idea both for AMC and for the overall squeeze. It gives Adam Aaron a way to raise money to pay down debt. It doesn't even dilute the AMC shares or the AMC shareholders, and as a byproduct it may accidentally cause the squeeze by fooling these algorithms to buying up hundreds of millions of shares. As I said earlier, these algorithms may see all of these shares flooding onto the market, thinking that retail investors have finally sold, and they'll go around buying up every single share, pushing the price up, causing the squeeze. And on top of that, these brokers, these trading platforms and these shorts still have to buy up at least 42 million shares, if not hundreds of millions of shares, to properly close out of all of those FTDs. And obviously buying hundreds of millions of shares will naturally push the price of APE upwards. But even if it doesn't fool these algorithms and actually end up causing the squeeze, it still raises billions of dollars for Adam Aaron to pay down debt without diluting AMC shareholders. Obviously, it still doesn't dilute AMC because the additional shares are being sold in APE. To convert these APE shares into AMC, us, the retail investors, would still have to pass a vote. You may say, Tom, can't these institutions just pass the vote for us, especially if they buy up 400 million APE shares? But the answer is still no, because at the moment, retail holds 100% of the APE float and 90% of the AMC float. Therefore, even if the institutions did buy up all 400 million APE shares and retail didn't buy a single share, we still hold well over 50% of the issued float when combined, and therefore the vote won't be passed. Therefore, AMC still goes undiluted, but yet AMC the company raises billions of dollars. But guys, be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments below. And as always guys, be sure to ding that notification bell because that way you'll be alerted when I upload a new video. Cheers.